Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hare Krishna. Today I'm going to read the book Teachings of Lord Chaitanya by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. In Gautamiya Tantra, this combination of Radha Rani and her relationship with Krishna is explained as follows. Lust means that one is attached to one's personal sense gratification, but so far as the associates of Radharani and Radharani herself are concerned, they had no desire for their personal sense gratification. They want only to satisfy Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, this is further confirmed in the 10th Kando, 31st chapter, when the gopis or damsels of Vrija were talking about among themselves as follows. My dear friend Krishna, you are now roaming in the forest with your bare feet, which you may sometimes keep on our breast. And although we keep your foot on our breast, still we think that our breasts are so hard and your soul is so soft. Now you are wandering in the forest, traversing over the particles of stones, and we do not know how you are feeling because you are our life and soul. And so your displeasure in traveling over the rough stone is giving us much distress. Such feelings of the damsels of Brija are the highest emotions of Krishna consciousness. And anyone who becomes captivated by Krishna consciousness approaches this highest level of the gopis. There are 64 kinds of devotional service, and by performing these regulative principles, one can rise up to the stage of this unconditional devotion of the gopis. Affection for Krishna, exactly on the level of the gopis, is called raganuga, spontaneous love. In that spontaneous loving affair with Krishna, there is no necessity of following the Vedic ritual rules and regulations. There are different kinds of personal devotees of Lord Krishna in the transcendental abode. For example, the servants of Krishna, known as Raktak and Badrak, are friends of Krishna, just like Sridhama and Shubhat. And there are parents of Krishna, just like Nanda and Yashoda, who are also engaged in the service of Krishna in their different transcendental emotions. One who desires to enter into the supreme abode of Krishna may take shelter of one of the above transcendental servitors and then execute loving service in such a way as to achieve the highest result of transcendental affection with Krishna at the end. In other words, the devotee in this material world who executes loving service in pursuance of the activities of those eternal associates of Krishna also achieves the same post when he is perfect. The sages who are known in the Upanishads and in Shruti also desire the post of the gopis, and they also follow in the footsteps of the gopis in order to achieve the highest goal of life. This is confirmed in Srimad Bhagavatam 10 Kando 86 chapter as follows. The sages practice pranayama, a trance by controlling the breathing process and the mind and the senses by the mystic yoga practice, and thus try to enter into the Supreme Brahman or be merged into the Supreme. The same thing is also obtained by persons who, atheists by nature, fight the principle of the existence of God. If they are killed by an incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they also achieve the same result, or merging into the Brahman existence of the Supreme Lord. But the damsels of Vrindavan worship Sri Krishna, being bitten by him as a person is bitten by a snake, because Krishna's body is compared with the body of a snake. The snake's body never goes straight, but always curling, and as Krishna stands always in three curved postures, he is compared to the snake. This snake Krishna had bitten the gopis with transcendental love, and they were in a better position than all the mystic yogis or the persons who decide to merge into the Supreme Brahman. Therefore, the sages of Tundakaranya also follow in the footsteps of the damsels of Vrija in order to achieve a similar position. By a simple execution of the regular principles, one cannot achieve that position, not unless and until one is seriously following the principles of the gopis. This is confirmed in the Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto 9th chapter by a verse in which it is stated that Lord Sri Krishna, the son of Srimati Yashoda, is not so easily available to persons following the principles of mental speculation, but he is very easily available for all kinds of living beings who follow the path of devotional service. There are many pseudo devotional parties claiming to uh, so, uh, claiming to belong to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's sect. Such pseudo devotional parties in the sect of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dress themselves up artificially as the damsels of Raja. This sort of dressing is not approved by advanced spiritualists or advanced students of devotional service. Such dressing of the outward material body is another foolishness of the concept of the body being the soul. They are mistaken in considering that the spiritual body of Krishna and Radharani and their associates, the damsels of Raja, are of material nature. One should know perfectly that all such manifestations are expansions of eternal bliss and knowledge in the transcendental world. They have nothing to do with this material body. Therefore, the body, the dress, the decoration, and the activities of the damsels of Vrindavan do not belong to the material cosmic manifestation. Such damsels of Vrindavan are not subject matter for the attraction of persons who are in the material world. They are the transcendental attraction for the all attractive Krishna is all attractive. Therefore, his name is Krishna. But the damsels of Vijabhumi, Vrindavan are attractive even to Krishna. Therefore, they are not anything of this material world. Hare Krishna. Here it explains about the transcendental loving relationship of Krishna, Radharani, and the gopis. Either Srimati Radharani or her associates have no desire for their personal sense gratification. They all want to just please Krishna or do Krishna's service, which is purely transcendental. This is the highest level of Krishna consciousness. Anyone who becomes captivated by Krishna consciousness approaches this highest level of the gopis. So there are 64 kinds of devotional service which is mentioned in Sri Ishopanishad by Rupa Goswami. By performing this, one can reach up to the level of the gopis' unconditional devotional service. The bhakti of gopis is called raganu bhakti or spontaneous love. To achieve this, there is no necessity of following Vedic rules and regulation. This is spontaneous love for Krishna. Even sages desires to become like gopis. They follow the path of gopis in order to achieve this highest goal of life. In this reading, Krishna is compared to a snake. Krishna stands in three curved positions. Snake, Krishna bitten the gopis with transcendental love. Thus, they are in a better position than the mystic yogis or people who desire to merge into Supreme Brahman. This type of relationship, such as with the gopis, is available for all kinds of living beings who follow the path of devotion. Krishna is all attractive. That is what the meaning of his name. But even Krishna is attracted to the beauty of the damsels of Vrindavana.